This is the 2008 Junior Cert Higher Level Budget question. In this type of question, you were given the budgeted figures for a particular year, and then you are given some information which will allow you to calculate the actual figures for the year, what actually happened when you look back over the year. And then you have to work out the difference between what was budgeted and what actually happened. So in this left hand column here are the budgeted figures for a particular family, the Burke family, for the year 2007. At the end of 2007 or early 2008, they look back and compare what actually happened, and we'll find out the difference as well. So looking at the information we're given, the first point in the information says the salaries of the Burke family are to increase by 4%. So they'll increase to 21840, which will give a difference of plus 840. Now it won't allow me here to put in the plus figure, it appears, so you can assume if it doesn't have a minus in front of it that it's a plus figure on the Excel. Child benefit. So it says there are 2 children in the household. The monthly child benefit increased by €20 per month per child from the 1st of September. Now again, it's no harm to have some rough work paper with you here. So from the 1st of September, that's for the September, October, November, December. That's €20 per child, so they have 2 children. So that's an additional €40 per month for 4 months. So that's an additional 160 that the family is going to get. So 160 plus 720 gives an actual of 880 for the year. The next point says the actual interest earned by the family was 180, which is 70 less than budgeted. And the final point says in income, the Burke family received €400 from the sale of all furniture. There was nothing budgeted for that. They sold all furniture, so plus 400. So then I add the actual, and then I work across the way here to get the difference. So 21,970 was budgeted, 23,300 was what the actual income, which is 13330, greater than budget. Moving on then to expenditure. Fixed expenditure, items where the cost does not change according to use. So the mortgage. It says the mortgage payments increased by €15 per month from the 1st of March 2007. So that means that the mortgage is going to be €15 higher per month for 10 months, for March all the way to December, the remaining 10 months of the year. So that's an additional 150, which means the actual mortgage is 4230. Now some people get a bit confused when they do this question and come down to expenditure, because they think, oh wait, the mortgage was bigger, the actual figure was bigger than the budgeted figure, which is a negative thing, so I'm going to put a minus sign in front of it. Do not do that. The rule with this question is if it's bigger than budgeted, it's a plus in front of it, and if it's less than budgeted, you put a minus in front of it, regardless of whether it's income or expenditure. Car insurance. The Burke household have a no claims bonus, so their car insurance was 15% less than budgeted. So it was actually 476, which is 84 less than budgeted. And then house insurance was 325 for the year, which is €90 more than budgeted. So again, add down the way to get the actual, and then work out across the way. So 156. So fixed expenditure was 156 greater than budgeted. Household costs were 7.5% greater than budgeted, so add on 7.5%. We get 8385, which is 585 greater than budgeted. Car costs were 375 greater than budgeted, so if I put in 375 here, I know that this is 1925. Clothing and footwear were 300 less than budgeted, so I know this is going to be minus 300, which means this must be 1700. Light and heat was 6% less than budgeted. You got to be careful of the greater than and the less than here. So 1504, which is 96 less than budgeted. And medical expenses of 2,500 were incurred due to a serious illness to one of the children. So they'd only budgeted 400, 2,500 actually incurred, which is 2,100 greater than budgeted. So add down the way and then check across. So it looks like actual was greater than budgeted to the tune of 2664. Now, moving down. Irregular, discretionary costs then. So entertainment costs average 100 per month, except for the 3 months of June, July and December when they averaged 170. So for 9 months they were 100, and for 3 months they were 170, which gives a total of 1410, which is less than budgeted to the tune of 150. Due to wedding presents costs an additional 190, so there will be 190 greater than budgeted, so that's going to be 490. And the holidays were cancelled, so they budgeted 1800. Nothing happened, so it was 1800 less than budgeted. So add down the way, and the difference is minus 1760. Okay, total expenditure then, actually, you add up the 3 subtotals, so fixed, irregular and discretionary, and we get 22945. So how expenditure was bigger than what we actually thought it was going to be? We'd budgeted 21855. It was actually 22945, so it was bigger to the tune of, total expenditure was bigger to the tune of 1060. Net cash then, the difference between total expenditure and total income for what actually happened. So 23,300 minus 2945 gives a positive net cash. That's the amount they actually saved during the year. 85 is the amount they budgeted saved. 355 is what they actually saved during the year. The opening cash. Well, the opening cash is the same as the opening cash in the budgeted. It doesn't change. What you had at the beginning of 2007 is what you had at the beginning of 2007. Looking back, it's the same as when you were looking forward. So it's 1400. The difference in net cash obviously is the difference between 85 and 355. So net cash was actually 270 bigger than expected. And then the actual closing cash at the end was 1755. The 2 boxes blanked out here do not have to be filled out.